Beverley Callard finds a new home in Carrickstown as Coronation Street legend joins Fair City. For generations of British and Irish television viewers, Beverley Callard is a face woven into the fabric of everyday life. Her presence on screen has long been synonymous with warmth, resilience, and a sharp-tongued wit that could slice through any storyline with ease. Now, after more than 3 decades as one of Coronation Street's most recognizable figures, Callard is embarking on a fresh chapter, one that brings her across the Irish Sea and into the heart of RTÉ's long-running soap Fair City. The actress, best known for her iconic portrayal of Liz McDonald on ITV's Coronation Street, has officially joined the cast of Fair City, marking one of the most high-profile additions to the Irish soap in recent years. Callard will appear as Lily, the long-lost mother of Gwen, a character played by Emily Lamey, whose arrival promises to send ripples through the fictional Dublin suburb of Carrickstown. RTÉ has described Lily in tantalizing terms: quirky, unpredictable and sharp as a tack, a woman who arrives carrying just enough edge to keep Carrickstown on its toes. It is the kind of character description that seems almost purpose-built for Callard, an actress who has spent much of her career breathing life into women who are complex, flawed, funny, and unafraid to speak their minds. A character years in the making, the introduction of Lily is not a spur-of-the-moment plot twist. According to Fair City executive producer Briggy de Courcy, the character has been quietly gestating behind the scenes for nearly 2 years. Speaking on RTE Radio 1's Morning Ireland, de Courcy said she was absolutely delighted to welcome Callard to Carrickstown, describing her casting as both a creative and emotional milestone for the production. This character has been in development for around 2 years, de Courcy confirmed, adding that Callard began filming this week. The long lead time suggests Lily is far more than a short-term guest role. Instead, her arrival appears carefully calibrated to unlock deeper layers of Gwen's backstory while injecting new energy into the show's ensemble. In a soap landscape where longevity depends on reinvention as much as tradition, the arrival of a figure like Lily, and an actress like Callard, signals intent. Callard's first on-screen appearance as Lily is scheduled for the 19th of February 2026, a date already circled in red by fans eager to see how the soap legend will adapt to her new surroundings. From Weatherfield to Carrickstown, to understand the significance of Beverley Callard's casting, one must appreciate the extraordinary legacy she brings with her. Callard first stepped onto the cobbles of Weatherfield in 1989, introducing viewers to Liz McDonald, a character who would go on to become one of Coronation Street's most enduring and beloved figures. Across multiple stints over more than 30 years, Callard made Liz a cornerstone of the show's emotional architecture. By the time she left the ITV soap in 2020, Callard had appeared in more than 2,300 episodes, a staggering achievement that places her among the longest-serving performers in British television history. Liz McDonald was not merely a background fixture. She was a force, a woman whose life unfolded publicly through heartbreaks, reconciliations, family rifts, romantic entanglements, and no shortage of legendary feuds. Much of Liz's identity was tied to the Rover's Return, the show's iconic pub, where Callard's character spent countless hours behind the bar. There, Liz dispensed drinks, advice, sharp observations, and the occasional cutting remark, becoming a familiar anchor in a world defined by constant change. For many viewers, Liz McDonald represented something deeply reassuring, a character who aged alongside her audience, evolving without losing her core. She was funny without being frivolous, tough without being cold, and emotional without tipping into sentimentality, a balance Callard navigated with consummate skill. Reinvention without erasure. Leaving Coronation Street in 2020 marked the end of an era, but it did not signal retreat. Instead, Callard used the moment to step into new territory, reminding audiences that she was far more than a single iconic role. That same year, she reached a different kind of audience by taking part in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. The reality television format stripped away scripts and characters, offering viewers a glimpse of Callard herself, candid, resilient, humorous, and quietly reflective. Her appearance resonated with audiences, reaffirming her relevance in a rapidly shifting television landscape. Long before reality TV, however, Callard had already built a diverse acting resume beyond Weatherfield. Early in her career, she appeared in Emmerdale Farm, another cornerstone of British soap drama. Later, she demonstrated her comic timing and versatility as Flo Henshaw in the BBC sitcom 2 Pints of Lager and a Packet of Crisps, a role that introduced her to a younger generation of viewers and showcased her ease across genres. This ability to move fluidly between drama and comedy, between ensemble storytelling and character-driven narratives, makes Callard a particularly compelling addition to Fair City. Lily, by all accounts, is a character who thrives in those in-between spaces, humorous yet guarded, unpredictable yet emotionally grounded. Lily, a disruptor with depth. While details of Lily's storyline are being closely guarded, the framing of her character hints at a carefully layered introduction. As Gwen's long-lost mother, Lily arrives with emotional history baked into her very presence. Absence, reunion, unresolved questions, these are the raw materials of classic soap storytelling, and Fair City appears poised to explore them with renewed intensity. Describing Lily as sharp as a tack suggests a woman who is mentally agile, perceptive, and perhaps difficult to outmaneuver. The emphasis on her unpredictability hints at narrative volatility, the sense that scenes involving Lily may pivot quickly, keeping both characters and viewers guessing. Yet it is the phrase, just enough edge to keep Carrickstown on its toes, that resonates most strongly. In soap operas, edge is rarely gratuitous, it is a storytelling tool. Lily's edge may manifest as emotional guardedness, moral ambiguity, or a refusal to conform to the expectations placed upon her. Whatever form it takes, it positions her as a disruptor, someone who unsettles established dynamics not through overt villainy, but through presence alone. For an actress like Callard, whose career has been defined by nuanced portrayals of women navigating complicated emotional terrain, Lily offers fertile ground. A strategic move for Fair City. From a production standpoint, Callard's casting represents a strategic win for Fair City. The soap, which has aired on RTE1 for decades, occupies a unique position in Irish television, deeply rooted in local storytelling while remaining open to external influences. Bringing in a performer of Callard's stature does more than generate headlines. It signals confidence. It suggests a show unafraid to refresh its creative palette while honoring its core audience. For viewers familiar with Callard's work, her arrival may serve as a point of entry. For longtime fans, it offers the promise of fresh energy without sacrificing continuity. De Courcy's enthusiasm is telling. In describing her delight at welcoming Callard, she underscores not only admiration for the actress, but faith in the character they have created. When casting and character development align this closely, the results can be transformative, crossing borders, sharing traditions. There is also a symbolic resonance to Callard's move from a British to an Irish soap, a quiet reminder of the shared storytelling traditions that bind the two television cultures. Both Coronation Street and Fair City have built their longevity on intimate, community-based narratives that treat everyday lives as worthy of dramatic focus. Callard's transition from Weatherfield to Carrickstown is not a departure from that tradition, but a continuation of it. The streets may change, the accents may shift, but the emotional grammar remains familiar. Families collide, secrets surface, and characters search for connection in the midst of chaos. In that sense, Lily's arrival feels less like an import and more like a homecoming to a genre that Callard knows intimately. Looking ahead to February 2026. As anticipation builds toward Lily's first appearance on the 19th of February 2026, questions abound. How will Gwen respond to the sudden re-emergence of her mother? What truths will be revealed, and which will remain carefully concealed? Will Lily seek redemption, reconciliation, or something more self-serving? For now, Fair City is content to let curiosity simmer. What is clear is that Beverley Callard's presence brings with it a depth of experience, an instinct for character, and a quiet authority that cannot be manufactured. After decades spent anchoring one of Britain's most beloved soaps, Callard is not arriving in Carrickstown to replicate the past. She is arriving to reshape the present. When and where to watch. Fair City continues to air on RTE1 and the RTE player on Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, offering multiple weekly opportunities for viewers to witness the unfolding impact of Lily's arrival. For fans of soap drama, and for those who have followed Beverley Callard's career across decades, February 2026 cannot come soon enough.